Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you find this information helpful, please like and subscribe down below. I have mentioned a couple of times before Hermes Trismegistus. He was an ancient Greek philosopher. According to history, he was a quote-unquote fictional character. But I meditate all the time, and there are some things that were brought to my attention during meditation that I wanted to kind of talk to you or show you, discuss with you. Now, the Corpus Hermetica is a series of texts that were written in the 2nd to 4th century AD. But my question has always been, basically, there are hidden texts and information about who Jesus was and who he claimed to be, and about our spiritual divinity all around the world. They're hidden from us, and they are not meant for us to read. I believe truly that there are powers in the governments across the world that do not want us to know the truth. Number one, because they will know that we would know that they got technology from outside of others. But if we knew who we were, we would no longer accept what happens in this world as our reality. We would push back. Well, the Corpus Hermetica, I did a Google search and wanted to find out what the similarities were between Jesus and the Corpus Hermeticum, which is the text that Hermes Trismegistus wrote. And here's what I found out. I think you might find this very, very interesting. The teachings of Jesus and the Corpus Hermeticum, a collection of Hellenistic Egyptian texts, and again, there's that word Egypt, attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, share a significant thematic parallels, particularly concerning the inner divine nature of humanity, the importance of gnosis, which is the direct knowledge of God, and focus on love and light. Now, we're supposed to believe that everything that is related to spirituality or our individual divinity is just pseudoscience. It's not real. I mean, as a matter of fact, up until recently, scientists couldn't even explain what consciousness was. Now, they're wanting to think about putting our consciousness into AI. If you know anything about the Bible, you know about the statue that King Nebuchadnezzar saw. The bottom feet were made from metal and clay. That would be a combination of man and machine. We're getting to a point right now in life where we really need to start looking seriously at what's going on around us. We need to take our spirituality seriously. We need to take our divinity seriously. There's all over the world, we find ancient structures that can't be explained. It's because we didn't build them. Our lifetime did not build them. I truly believe that the Bible is a story of us, our current life, our current evolvement in this world, not from ancient Egypt, not from ancient Sumeria, not from the ancient places in Peru or in India. I think all of those cultures left their own information. And according to the Bible, keep in mind, in the New Testament, Jesus talks nothing about our chakras. He tells us to pray, which is meditate. He told us that we have the same powers that he has. He never claimed to be better than us. That, as a matter of fact, was the temptation he had to undergo when he spent 40 days in the desert, quote unquote, fighting with the devil. He was fighting with his ego. Jesus was part human, and we don't give him credit for that. He had to overcome all of the same things that we do, all of the same fears that we do, but yet we don't give him credit for that. We say Jesus was a divine person, so therefore he didn't sin. He walked on water. He was perfect. Jesus wasn't born that way. There's texts from the Nag Hammadi library that show that Jesus actually was a little bit of a problem child when he was small. He didn't understand his own powers, and they had to leave Egypt. That's why they left Egypt, as a matter of fact. I can't remember if it's in the book of Thomas or the book of Philip, but it talks about it. There's a lot that is hidden from us, but all of these ancient cultures left their story behind. Egypt left it in the pyramids and in the hieroglyphs in the temples. What I don't think it's called the Peruvian lines, where they've got these what look like crop circles. I mean, they're not crop circles, but they're landscape design that you can't see unless you're hovering over the top of them. Well, the only way that they would be able to build those structures like that is if they had a higher elevation. Maybe those were built from the giants. Maybe that's how they got there, is because this land was covered by giants at one point. Something that we don't see anymore because they got wiped out. They let technology blow them up. There's a feeling that I have that I'm hoping people can actually take on. And here's what I know. My material needs are being provided for by God. My emotional connection to others is what we're here to experience. We are here to experience emotional love for one another. And the more bitterness, the more anger, the more violence that we show towards each other, the more negative news that we watch, we're not feeling it. We're not getting that we're not getting that emotional love that we are supposed to be looking for from one another. We are allowing the environment to convince us what we need. Whether if you're an angry person, you need people to feed your anger. If everybody was nice to you, who would you be mad at? If everybody always agreed with you, who would you be mad at? Nobody. You couldn't be. But now I'm not saying that you have to stay in those situations, by no means. But there is a truth that we have to accept about who we are. We are not mere humans. We are divine beings, and we are here with the Lord inside. I had to make sure my mic was on. We are here with the Lord inside us. We have that ability to connect to Him through our consciousness, and that's what we should be experiencing on a day-to-day basis. I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe and follow along. I hope you guys have a great afternoon. Bye.